wise men at their end, no dark is right. Because their words had fought no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
If there were a drug that will do for human health everything that exercise can, it will likely be the most valuable pharmaceutical ever developed. This is what Dr. Mark Tarnopolsky claimed in September 2016 in The Exercise Cure. If I would ask you, why do you think physical exercise is good for you? You will probably answer that it's good for the heart and it will make you lose weight. First of all, good for the heart only if you're older and you risk a heart attack. And second of all, data is showing that exercising is not that good for losing weight. I'm not saying that it doesn't affect your body, but if you exercise without a diet, you maybe get discouraged when you step on the scale and see poor weight loss results.
Exercise work. So here are studies of exercise. You can see when compared with no treatment, exercise resulted in very small weight loss across the board. Exercise does not cause weight loss. What does exercise do? It causes muscle gain. Muscle have mitochondria. Mitochondria burn energy. So exercise is the single best thing you can do for yourself. But if you think it's going to show up on the scale, think again.
To understand why exercise is so important, we need to understand how it affects the brain. First thing first, what is the brain for? Neuroscientist Daniel Wolpert will answer for you.
We have a brain for one reason and one reason only, and that's to produce adaptable and complex movements. There is no other reason to have a brain.
A more reliable example is the koala. Earlier in its evolution, it used to have a much bigger brain. However, once its diet became less diverse and required less movement to survive, its brain shrunk. That means that less movement needs less brain. One way to understand it is to move our perspective to a day-by-day example. It's the same on not wasting your money on a $5,000 laptop if you only use it for Facebook, movies, and emails. So, a bigger brain means more complex movements, and executing such movements is getting your heart rate up and boosts your brain power. Exercise is good for learning more efficiently, deal with stress, and drastically reduce anxiety. It improves your mood and stimulates elevation of different chemicals in your brain like dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. Another informatical perspective on how and why is exercise interconnected with learning new things is to think of your body as an if-then system. Your body has triggers for every psychological process. For example, if cold, then shiver. If hot, then sweat. Most of the body psychological expression can be induced by the force of will. Certain triggers must be present. To understand which psychological triggers which psychological expressions, we can start making our brain doing what we want. Originally, when we were moving, it was for the sake of survival. You moved to escape a predator, to hunt for food, etc. In that way, brain entered a state of continuous learning of environment, so you don't get lost and get forageable food. When you're sitting on the couch, you're not convincing the brain that learning is necessary. From your brain's perspective, being sedentary means that you are safe. Nothing important is happening, therefore, it's time to rest. With almost all activities that we choose to do, we're doing it because we expect for some sort of reward. We strive for success because we want the reward of fulfillment. We eat candy because of the reward in taste, and we do taxes for the reward of not getting in jail. Without reward, our brain doesn't have any reason to do anything. Therefore, you need to change perspective of what can exercise reward you with. Of course, exercise will not be the answer for all of your questions. When you eat, what you eat, and breathing are also key factors in having a rewardful life, but those are topics for other videos. If you like this content, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Like and share this information if you think it travels where it should. Also, do not take this information for granted and do your research. Go outside, move your body. Until next travel, I dare you to do 5 push-ups with 2 claps in a row. Good luck.